In this video, we are looking at the wild world of wood. Now, obviously there are tons of species out there. I can't cover them all. So my focus is on oak today because there's so many great stain colors to share with you. Now, I won't say there's a method to the madness with this video. The idea is that I want to show you what's trendy, what's not trendy, what's timeless, and what to look for when you're choosing the right wood stain for your floor, maybe your kitchen cabinets, maybe you're refinishing your floor. We're going to take a little walk through all different types of stains and depths. First, I want to start with whitewash. If you like pink toned wood or wood with violet pink undertones, whitewash your wood. So if you have a wood ceiling, you're going to end up with pink. If you have a wood floor, you want to whitewash it, you're going to end up with pink. Now, we all remember the pickled oaks from the 90s. Need I say more? This isn't to say it can't be beautiful. It can be, but it limits you to a certain palette and is not flexible for the long term. If you really want to paint your wood, paint it white or just leave it wood or paint it like a proper stain color. Just don't whitewash it and don't gray wash it. Definitely don't gray wash it. So gray wash can be subtle. You might look at this and be like, oh, that's not a gray wash. I don't really know what you're talking about. But then you compare it to a wood stain, you go, oh, maybe the little ginger isn't as crazy as she looks. There's actually some purple in there. So if you gray wash your wood, you're going to end up with gray or violet or pink undertones, both. Maybe the odd time bit of violet blue, but generally you're looking at violet and pink, and it's going to limit you in the long term. We're getting out of the gray trend. I know a lot of you are stuck in it, and there are ways to transition out. I do have blog posts on updating a gray home, which sounds crazy to update a gray home that it's already outdated. It's all in how it's used. If your home is gray on gray on gray, it is that little bit outdated. You can still love it. If you love it, that's great. But if you're considering resale, there are some smart shifts you can make. So, lesson number one, please don't gray wash or whitewash your woods unless you're ready for pink and purple. Now we're going to go to the other end of things, the dark end, to see how things lie. Now I am seeing dark stain colors popping up, kitchen islands, some floors. I wouldn't say it's super trendy or popular yet. Will the super darks come back in? They could. I can't tell the future. I would say we're making our way darker every year and we're getting away from the light woods. Now you might look at a dark wood like this and be like, oh, that's perfect. I want it for my island. And then you put it on your kitchen island and on a large scale compared to your floor, it looks green and your floor looks purple. You always want to check the undertones of your wood. They can be really hard to see. So the best way to do that is to compare. Check that out. Green, purple. Maybe a bit more subtle. But again, see there's that little bit of purple in there. You might look at that and go, that's a beautiful dark wood, no problem. Oh, okay. I personally wouldn't do any of these dark woods because of their undertones, and I'd want to find something that kind of sandwiches in the middle. Is that a bit better? Yeah, much better. Softer, way more timeless than the super dark woods. I love that. That's just a wee sample from Home Depot. It's in French. I'm not reading it. Okay, now redwoods. If you have red toned wood cabinets, and especially from the 90s, one of my favorite sayings is just because it's wood doesn't mean it's good. If you're thinking of refinishing them, you want to get away from the reddy pink tones, which is really hard with red oak. Some people have tricks online, but talk to a stain expert, see what they can do. So when I do my online color consulting, if cabinets or flooring comes in with this kind of oak, no problem. I love this oak. It's great. Would I do it today? No, it's too orangey for what today's trends are calling for. When this bad boy comes in, that's a lot of red, a lot of pink, and it has to be strongly catered towards. So if you're doing a new floor and you're thinking anything this tone, I wouldn't do it. Now let's go lighter. When it comes to lighter woods, a lot of people are still doing them, and it can depend on where you live. Like we did a home up at Sprout Lake, which is a local home, and we did a light wood floor. It makes sense. It really suits the house itself. I would say for the average home, the average homeowner, don't do a light wood floor because they're just not trending as much anymore. Sure, the builders, the spec builders are still banging them out. But in more curated homes, I would say people are leaning a little bit darker. I don't mean curated. Like if you love the white wood floor, your home's beautiful. I'm not trying to be mean. Things just come out of my mouth sometimes. What I'm saying is that if you want a home that's more timeless, that's going to last, if you're going to sell in the next 5 years, stay away from the light woods. This is probably as light as I would go, and even then makes me nervous. That's a lot of yellow undertone, right? Pretty strong. Now, if I'm comparing two samples and I can't decide, I'm like, no, I like woods. I'm not listening to that crazy little ginger. I want my floor to be light. Maybe just lean a little bit darker versus a little bit lighter. This one is Calais, C-A-L-A-I-S by Craft. This one is Gravina. Yeah, so lean a little bit darker. Do me a favor, lean a bit darker. Unless you're home, like if you're on the California coast, sure, you want to do whitewash floors or light wood. I totally get it. And again, I didn't prep for these videos. This is me just flying through stuff, so you're getting what comes out of my mouth, which is scary on a good day. Now, if you're like, okay, maybe I need to humor her, but I really don't want to go too dark, check this bad boy out. It has more of an orange undertone. It's called Barossa by Craft Floor. Look at the difference. Like, this might have looked moderate before, and then you look at with this, and it's like, oh, it really is quite light, right? Could this have a bit too much orange in it for today's trends? Absolutely. For almost any trend cycle, I aim for as neutral as possible. So I'm looking for brown in my wood. That can be a really hard point to hit. There's usually like a little yellow, orange, pink, something. Pink is my last choice. Red is my last choice. So if I'm looking at a moderately dark wood, and I look at this one and go, ooh, that's rich and warm and I love it. And then I compare it to this one. I'm gonna choose this one because it has less red in it. It will appeal to more people. It's more timeless, easier to work with in the long run. Now, I know there's people who will get in my comment section and be like, I love redwood, it's timeless, I've loved it forever. Great, like you're allowed to love your home, you're allowed to love it for you. But if you're concerned with creating a timeless home that has mass appeal, and that's easy to work with, and you want to just make a good choice based on what an expert recommends, I personally would stay away from the red tones. I would just lean as brown as I could. As for sheen, oh, let's look at, I've got a good shiny one here. If you're redoing your floor, no sheen, like nothing. We don't want to see fingerprints. We don't want to see footprints. We're also not doing a heavy wire brush, or you know that, I probably have a distressed one here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Unless you live like in the forest and you're a hobbit. No, just joking. No, if you live in the forest and you're like, oh, I love a rustic woodsy style, absolutely. Get like nice saw marks, etch marks for sure. But for the average home, stay away from all that kind of character and stick with a classic stain, grain, please. What else do I have for you? I have some more medium tones. So basically, if I'm choosing wood floor for my house today, if I ripped up all my floor and said, okay, I want something that's gonna last that's gonna look good and be flexible for 20 years, what am I doing? Actually, it's funny, it's quite close to my floor now. Probably doing something like that. I might like a little more depth, a little bit less orange, but I'd say that's close. I also like a really classic oak like this. Maybe a little bit of green in there. But this is more the range I'm looking for. I'm not going light. Just joking, those match. It looks way different horizontally than vertical. There we go. Okay, I'm not going light. I'm going more mid-tone. If I'm choosing between lighter versus darker, I'm going darker. I'm going brown. I'm skipping the pink tones. Yeah. That one's pretty too. Oh yeah, right? So with where trends are going, that's an interesting choice. Beautiful island color. You want to coordinate it with a floor. I don't know if I have enough samples here to be that creative. No, I don't. But beautiful wood stain color, beautiful wood stain, beautiful wood stain. Too dark for now, too dark for now. There you go.